Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Magic of Manatee's annual show, Movie Magic. As you travel with us on this musical journey through the history and magic of the movie music, please take a moment to decide which song sung by our chorus is your favorite, because at the end of the first act, we're going to ask you, our audience, to vote on which one you liked best. You know, before the 1930s, movies were completely silent. When talking pictures arrived, all of a sudden, an entirely new profession was born: Hollywood film composer. Film composers use the music score to help tell the story, and movie plots can come from just about anywhere. For example, the 1966 musical film comedy, A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, featured a storyline written by a Roman playwright over 2,000 years ago, long before movies were ever thought of. The opening song of the musical was a rousing song called Comedy Tonight. And now, direct from Hollywood, please welcome the Magic of Manatee Chorus with their version of the song called Harmony Tonight, from the Sweet Adeline's blockbuster movie musical, A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Risers.
We're gonna sing it, we're gonna ring it, harmony, harmony tonight. Something familiar, something peculiar, something for everyone is harmony tonight. Something appealing, something appalling, something for everyone is harmony tonight. Nothing with kings, nothing with crowds. Bring on the singers, the chords and crowds. Old situations, new complications, nothing portentous or polite. We're ready now to go, it's time for the show, and we're gonna bring you our show tonight.
The pioneer of American film animation was Walt Disney. In 1939, he created the very first sound and color animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But the first animated musical feature from an original story didn't come around until the award-winning movie, The Lion King, which featured songs written by pop music superstar Elton John. How can you not remember Hakuna Matata, I Just Can't Wait to Be King, or The Circle of Life? The Lion King won 2 Academy Awards for its achievement in music, one for Best Original Score and the other for Best Original Song. And just in case you haven't heard, a remake of The Lion King is scheduled for release in July of this year. Now please sit back, relax, and enjoy the beauty of the African Serengeti as you listen to the Magic of Manatee Chorus sing the Academy Award-winning song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, from Disney's The Lion King.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of the rolling world can be turned away, and enchanted moment and it sees me through. It's enough for
Movie soundtracks sometimes include songs made popular by famous musical groups or artists. The soundtrack for the 1942 movie In This Our Life, which starred Bette Davis and Olivia de Havilland, included a song made popular by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame group, the Ink Spots. Here to sing for you are the Magic Notes with Java Jive. Music in film takes you where words cannot. In the case of movie musicals, the songs are actually an integral part of the storyline, as told by the words and music. In 1978, The Wiz, a movie musical starring Diana Ross as Dorothy and Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow, was a retelling of the story of The Wizard of Oz, this time in a modern urban setting with an all-African-American cast. At the time, it was the most expensive musical film ever made. The powerhouse song from the movie, Ease On Down the Road, was the movie's inspiration of the song Follow the Yellow Brick Road from The Wizard of Oz. The song, sung by Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, as the two set off on their quest, reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. So now, here they are, the Magic of Manatee Chorus, singing Ease On Down the Road. Many Hollywood film musicals were actually stage musicals before they were movies. And it isn't very often that the film version of the stage musical is considered superior to the original stage show. The film Oliver, based on the Charles Dickens novel Oliver Twist, was one of the few exceptions. Oliver received widespread acclaim from critics and was nominated for 11 Academy Awards. It won 6, including the Academy Award for Best Motion Picture. Here to sing one of the most memorable songs from the movie is Magic of Manatee with Consider Yourself. And listen, after the song, you may want to check your pockets. We heard there may be some pickpockets around.
Knock on the door, open it wide, come right on inside, consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We take it to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got, we share. If it's your chance to be, we should see some harder days. Empty larder days, why grouse? Always a chance to meet somebody to foot the bill. And the drinks are on the house. Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration we can say, consider yourself one of us. Consider yourself one of us. One of us. One of us.
Music in film is an important part of the storytelling process. One way music is used in film is to manipulate the audience's emotion and try to instill in them the movie's desired feelings. One of the most emotional and iconic movie scenes ever filmed was in the 1990 blockbuster Ghost, which starred Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, and Whoopi Goldberg. The scene in the movie owes much of its power to the song that accompanied Demi and Patrick at the potting wheel, considered one of history's greatest love songs. Here to sing Unchained Melody are the Key Limes Quartet. There have been many times when a movie's song has actually become more popular and well-known than the movie itself. And many movie songs have become so well-known, they've also been listed on the US Billboard Hot 100. The animated movie An American Tail by Steven Spielberg featured a haunting and beautiful song called Somewhere Out There that reached number 2 on the Hot 100. Another popular movie song, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, from an American Western called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, reached number 1 on the Billboard chart in the US, Canada, and even Norway. Here to sing 2 of the many movie songs to reach the Billboard Hot 100, it's the Magic of Manatee chorus with Somewhere Out There and Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
Even though
Sometimes original songs are written for a movie, and sometimes a film is scored using existing music selected by the filmmaker. The soundtrack to the 1973 comedy American Graffiti spans the age of early rock and roll and the British invasion, and was created by licensing songs of many of the popular artists of the period, such as Bill Haley and the Comets, the Beach Boys, Chuck Berry, and Buddy Holly, to name a few. From the soundtrack to American Graffiti, please enjoy the Magic Bells Quartet's rendition of Get a Job.
Yip, 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 boom, 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 get a job. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Yip, 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 boom, 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 get a job. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Every morning when I get up, he gets me out of my bed, crying, get a job. After breakfast every day, he throws the lions right my way and never fails to say, get a job. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Yip, 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 boom, 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 get a job. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Well, when I get the paper, I read it through and through, and my dad never fails to see if there is any work for me. And when they get me to the house, he runs and shouts, reaching and crying, telling me that I'm lying about a job that I never can find. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Yip, 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 boom, 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 get a job. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, get a job. Sha-la-la.
The Magic Bells! Music makes memories. Our next song is from a film musical set to a hit movie that's going to hit theaters in December 2019. I'm going to give you a few hints on which musical we're talking about. It's from a British stage musical completely sung through with no speakers at all. It ran in London for 21 years and Broadway for 18, making it the 4th longest running show in Broadway history. Taylor Swift and Jennifer Hudson have starring roles in the new film. Have you guessed what it is yet? Did you say Oklahoma? No, it's not Oklahoma. It's Cats, of course. And now, please enjoy the beautiful song, Memory, from the musical Cats.
As the moon lost her memory.
is that sometimes a film can be identified just by a few notes of its score. The role of film music is so important that John Williams, composer of scores like Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Harry Potter, Superman, and of course Jaws, is as well known as the movie's directors are sometimes. Now, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet was the inspiration for West Side Story, which was made into a film in 1961. That film won 10 Academy Awards and is still the record holder for the most Academy Awards won by a musical film. And by the way, did you know that John Williams' good friend Steven Spielberg is planning to direct a remake of the film, with production beginning sometime this year? Here to sing the song Tonight, written by Leonard Bernstein and Stephen Sondheim, from West Side Story, it's the Magic of Manatee Chorus. The first bars of music in a movie usually establish its genre, and movies have incorporated almost every genre of music imaginable. In the case of this particular movie musical, it's actually the music that came first, and the story came second. So this stage musical became a film musical that spawned a film sequel that was in some ways a prequel. The movie became the 5th highest grossing film of 2008. We're going to try a guessing game again, yet it's not Oklahoma. Do you know what it might be? It's Mamma Mia, the jukebox and romantic musical comedy. Both movie soundtrack and the stage use the music of the Swedish pop group ABBA to tell the story. And now, here's Dancing Queen, performed by the chorus.
Oh
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
You know, there's nothing quite like four-part harmony. And when you've got the unique family blend of a father and his 3 sons, you've got a winning combination. As the 4 male members of the renowned Ditchfield family singers, they began their quartet career by taking first place in the men's novice quartet competition in 1998 with a 9-year-old tenor and a 10-year-old lead. 5 years later, they won the Barbershop Harmony Society statewide quartet championship and went on to place in the top 35 quartets in the world in international competition. Since then, they've appeared on national TV and performed from coast to coast. Please join me now in welcoming the 2003 Sunshine District Champions, My 3 Sons.
Please tell me who will buy this wonderful morning, such a sky in heaven and city. Who will tie it up with a ribbon and put it in a box for me, so I can see it at my leisure whenever things go wrong, and I can keep it as a treasure to last my whole life long. Who will buy this wonderful feeling? I'm so high, I swear I can fly. You're high, I don't want to lose it. So what am I to do to keep the sky so blue? There must be someone who will buy. Who will buy this wonderful morning? Such a sky in heaven and sea. Who will tie it up with a ribbon and put it in a box for me? There'll never be a day so it could not happen twice. Where is the man with all the money? Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcades. A Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you just believe. No, it wouldn't be make-believe if you just believed in me. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing this afternoon? How's everybody doing this afternoon? That's what we were looking for. Are you having a good time? Aren't the girls wonderful? They are just great. It is such a delight to be able to be back here with Magic of Manatee. They always do such a wonderful job, and I always love the themes that they come up with. You know, they come up with these terrific themes. This year, of course, it's the magical music of the movies, and we were listening to Ken, you know, and he was talking about how up until the 1930s, all of the movies were silent. And it wasn't until after the 30s that we got to hear all of this great music. So we thought for something just kind of a little different, we'd do one of our favorites from the silent movie era. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but that's all right. Well, instead of doing something from the silent era, we do like to do something. Ken's also talked about the Billboard, you know, the hit parade, the #1 hits. And here's a really special song to us. It's one that has the distinction of having made it to the top of the Billboard hit parade in 5 different decades. It's been recorded by almost everybody, but I guess the first big #1 hit was Nat King Cole. Amazingly, 20 years later, that very same recording made it all the way to #5 on the hit parade. And it's just one of those really special songs that appears in movies and stuff all the time, but it's special to us for a little bit different reason. You see, there was a young fella, he was 13 years old, and he was out with one of his friends one day, and an 11-year-old girl walked by, and he looked at her and he said to his friend, he said, "You see that girl over there?" He said, "One day, I'm going to marry that girl." His friend thought, well, I guess we'll see. Well, about 8 years later, he made good on that promise. And they spent the next 55 years loving one another, raising their family in a castle full of love. And I will forever be grateful to my precious mom and dad, who taught us that love really can last for a whole lifetime. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, feeling as I do. Maybe I am living in the past. But when I meet the right one, I know that I'll be true. My first love. parade so many times. But was curious, how many of you have never seen My Three Sons before? Wow, quite a few of you. The rest of you heard us before and came again anyway. I've been really grateful for that. But, hey, since we've got a lot of folks here that haven't seen us before, you know, Ken mentioned that we were a father and three-son quartet. And I thought maybe we could ask the new folks. We'll give them a little quiz here. We had a quiz before the end of the first half. We'll give them a quiz and see if they can figure out which one is the father. Keep trying, it's never worked before, but I'll keep on trying. But I am actually the father, and very proud of it. These are my three boys, and it's a delight and a joy to be able to sing with them. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Well, good afternoon. My name's Nathaniel. I'm the oldest son of the family. And in the quartet, I sing baritone and tenor. And there's a really good reason for that. I used to always sing baritone, and then their voices changed. So now I get to sing the high part. But such a thrill to be with you this afternoon, and looking forward to the rest of the great show here.
My name is Michael. I'm the middle son, and I sing the lead part, which is typically the melody. And I have to say, my wife and I just celebrated our 9th wedding anniversary. Thank you for applauding. Usually when I tell our Florida audiences how long we've been married, I just get blank stares. Or they look at me like, big deal, or so what? Has anyone here been married 50 years or more? And that's why nobody claps for nothing.
My name is David. I'm the youngest son of the family, and I typically sing baritone when I get the choice because it's a little lower for me, but I also sing some tenor as well.
I have to say, it's interesting and kind of hard for us to believe, but as a quartet, we have been traveling now for 21 years. And we've had a chance to sing all over the country, and during some of those trips, I have to say it's been a great pleasure for my brothers and I to get to spend so much time with the old man over here, too. You know, recently a vocal coach, an internationally acclaimed vocal coach, said that he had one of the finest baritone voices in America today. And I'll tell you what, we'd like to show him off this afternoon. Mr. Stephen Ditchfield.
There's so many great songs that have come from either the Broadway stage or the movie screen, and there's a song that is well known from both. It was a very successful Broadway show, but also a successful movie. The music is not quite as well known as some of the other shows, except for one song, and it's the one that I'd like to do for you this afternoon. You know, it's a song that the very first time I heard it as a kid in high school, over 20 years ago. As my sons usually say, well over 20 years ago, it was. It's a song that challenged me and inspired me, and does to this day, every time I hear it or every time I sing it. And it talks about the willingness to give everything that you have, even though it seems impossible at times, even though it seems like nothing's going to come of it. It comes from the heart of a man by the name of Don Quixote. And he refused to succumb to the pessimism and the hopelessness that was all around him, and he always believed the best. And although his circle of influence was very small, every life that he touched was affected by it. And it's a song that I think we need in our world more today than ever before. I hope it will encourage and inspire you the way it always has me. The to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. You know, the epic battle of good against evil has been told probably 1,000 different ways, and I think perhaps none more poignant than the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical adaptation of The Phantom of the Opera. In it, Lloyd Webber gives us some of the most thought-provoking and unforgettable music of our time. Certainly none more so than a song that is actually sung by the dark and evil and sinister Phantom himself, as he tries to lure Christine, the beautiful and innocent virtuoso.
Thank you. Well, up until the 1940s, everyone was primarily listening to the same kind of music because you had your professional songwriters and they would write a dynamite song and then they would give that song to all of the different standard singers of the day who would record their version of the song. Well, the 1950s came along and really mixed that up. Instead of all of these wonderful solo artists, you had groups of singers that were coming together out of the woodwork and they were writing their own songs. And they were putting their own unique style to go along with it. And the style I was thinking of in particular was referred to as doo-wop. I know some of you remember doo-wop. There were tons of great groups like the Drifters, the Platters, the Temptations, and the song we're going to do for you next was first made famous by a group called the Del Vikings. And for your listening pleasure, we are going to feature our curly redhead.
Dum 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 la 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 dum 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 la 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 when love died come with me, come with me. When you come with me, I need you, darling. So go with me. Come to my heart, tell me, darling. We will never part, I need you, darling. So go with me. Yes, I need you. Yes, I really need you. Please say never leave me. Well, say never. Yes, you really never. You never give me a chance. Come, tell me, darling. We never part, I need you, darling. So go with me. Yes, I need you. Yes, I really need you. Please say never leave me. Well, say never. Yes, you really never. You never give me a come with me. When you come to see, I need you, darling. So go with me. Come tell me, darling. We will never part, I need you, darling. So go with me. Well, thank you very much. We have one more song that we'd like to do for you this afternoon. Do we have any folks here who like gospel music by any chance? You know, I have to tell you, we get to sing for a lot of senior audiences, and I was doing a show for a senior audience, and I kind of thought it might be nice to take a request. So, you know, it's a bunch of seniors, so I was thinking somebody might have requested a Glenn Miller song, or a Bing Crosby song, or a Frank Sinatra song, and somebody said, how about something by Elvis? And I thought, you guys are seniors. And they said, well, how old were you when Elvis was breaking out this singing? I thought, yikes, has that really happened? It really has happened. But of course, we found out in recent years that Elvis really loved gospel music as well. And there was a group, a gospel quartet called the Blackwood Brothers. How many of you remember them? Yeah, they were a quartet. They sang backup for Elvis, and they did a song with him. And well, it's one that I think probably a lot of people will recognize, and hopefully all of you will enjoy. Swing low, sweet chariot, come for to carry me home. Swing low, saw angels working on a chariot wheels. He wasn't swinging or speaking or having a chariot wheels. He just wanted to see how the chariot feels. Why don't you swing that chariot, stop and let me ride? Swing that chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, come easy. I got a home on the other side. Swing, 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 well. He got on board, the chariot went bumping on down the road. He wasn't swinging or swinging about that road. He just wanted to lay down his heavy load. Why don't you swing that chariot, stop and let me ride? Swing that chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, coming easy. I got a home on the other side. Swing that chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing that chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, coming easy. I got a home on the other side. Swing that chariot, stop and let me ride. Swing that chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, coming easy. I got a home on the other side. On the other side.
My Three Sons. And coming from all around here now, the ladies in the chorus. The second half of our show is going to be called TV Theme Magic. We're going to begin with the theme from Gilligan's Island. Let's see, they will then sing, let's see, Hawaii Five-O was an instrumental, so they can't do that. Did you know there are words to the Star Trek theme? They're really terrible, so they're not going to do that. They are, you should Google that when you get home. Instead of doing all that, though, you don't want to sing TV things? They want to sing camp songs. They're going to go camping. Oh, our campers. Making their way onto the stage. Camp Granada. Making their way in to see the baseball bat. See the butterfly that we didn't have that monkey. Making our way to the stage. Golf camp, tennis camp, and there he is, the camp director himself. Making his way to the stage, and here they are. Not going to get the merit badge if it goes upside down. There you go. All right, well now, please welcome them back. For your entertainment pleasure, it is the Magic of Manatee Chorus.
Listen if you're in the mood to take a chance. Find yourself a
ever see another latrine again, it'll be too soon. As a matter of fact, in cabin 2, I found a very interesting letter that was written to a parent. Oh boy, I better save this for the campfire. I think so. look at that. It finally stopped raining. Let's celebrate with a good old-fashioned hoedown. Ooh, that sounds like a great idea. A lively ending for our camp experience. It's hoedown time!
And 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yahoo, Yahoo, gonna dance and sing for you, 'cause that's what we love to do. Yahoo, 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 yee-haw, better tell your ma and pa, and all your friends and neighbors too. Now everyone, Yahoo, out in the barn we are having us a hoedown, so twirl your partner round and round, don't let the music slow down. Yahoo, Yahoo, gonna dance and sing for you, 'cause that's what we love to do. Now everyone, Yahoo, the fiddle and the washed up bass will set your toes tapping, and when he promenades you home, anything can happen. Out and left with your left hand, right or right with right left hand. Bow to your left, bow to your right, and both nights moonshine will brighten up the night. Yahoo, Yahoo, gonna dance and sing for you, 'cause that's what we love to do. Now everyone, Yahoo, bow to farmers, corners too. Everybody sing Yahoo, Yahoo.
Have you had a good time today? The same guy in Odessa, Oklahoma said no. I'm glad the rest of you had a nice time. All right. Well, for me, it's been an honor to be a part of this show. My name is Kent Perry. It's been my pleasure to serve as your ringmaster. And I'd like to introduce some of the folks on our show here. I want to thank our quartets who performed on the show, the Key Limes, the Magic Bells, and of course the Magic Notes. We certainly couldn't forget the wonderful performance of our guest quartet, My Three Sons. And among the others, we'd like to thank the members of our chorus, our show committee, many others who know who they are. Their creativity made this show happen. We want to thank the wonderful folks at the Church of the Nazarene for sharing this magnificent venue with us. We'd also like to thank our assistant director, Michelle Baker. Our interim director, Lee Fryer, who stepped in just 6 weeks ago.
Tell you what, there's one more bouquet around here, and it doesn't come to me. I don't look good in bouquets. But I have to tell you, as it says in the book, I'm the interim director. 6 weeks ago, they called me and had the surprise of saying, Lee, we need you to direct the chorus and get us out of trouble because our current director is having some health issues. And I was amazed and also shocked. But anyway, we seem to have pulled it off. But the whole thing is, it wasn't me so much as an interim director because I'm just directing something they already know. So I had to do the learning. But the one really sweetheart of the chorus was the original director, Lois Van Beek, and of all people, she's the one that taught them the music. She's the one.
Now we'd like to close our musical journey this afternoon with a song in honor of all the servicemen and women, past or present, in our audience today.
Oh